Well, hello, my fellow followers. Hello from a small, sunny, really bizarre village. It's sunny outside and like a good vibes and good emotions stood upon me yesterday, and I decide like I need a day off. Well, today I gathered 10 questions, more 10 questions, and we gonna go through them, as I said in a first podcast, which for this one I hope it ain't gonna be so lengthy. Well, either way, this is Romano Montesanto, and we're gonna in tune with a couple of readers' questions. So the first one was from Ashwagandian, and he says, what's the best opener on the street? Other words that have more success rate. Well, Ashwagandian, I would say just a couple of things. First, and it's they are like random openers, like you scan from environment around the girl, and they are for the beginners canned openers. If you are a beginner, start with can openers. For example, like, hey, I just saw you from there and I had to say hi because I found you attractive, la la la. I don't know, you can go indirect also and then fastly like switch and give your statement of intent. That's usually how it goes. But if you are more courageous or have a like imaginary mind on a go, you can go with a random around the girl, and that's more like congruent what's happening in society with her on a street. It's like if you observe that she have like a crazy hair, you can call her like me in a tram. Girl was like staring at me. We went out, and this at the station. We went out. She was first. I went behind her, go around her. Like while I was doing that, I said her like, "Hey, crazy hair, stop, crazy hair." She had like a big sponge over on the top of her head, like a palm tree, something like that. But that opener was good and okay. Or you can go like if she wears something red, you can say like, hey, you devil, you little devil, smile, and things like that. Or you see like I don't know, you see girl with carrying like bags, and things, I don't know, like from a shopping. Hey, you shoplifter, come, stay. Hello, you shoplifter. Hey, you with a lot of bags. Did you steal it? And things like that. And obviously have a smirk. So random openers are like observing things around her, on her, and approaching with that thought of mind. And indirect ones and I don't know, canned ones, they're like more, as I said, for beginners. You should use them when you're starting out. Even I sometimes like to use them when I'm like my mind is like overwhelmed. They're okay, but the point is like to find and express your mind through the environment and what she's wearing and what's happening around her. And that's usually like flawless, good opener. So there is no thinking around too much, is this good opener or bad. It's just you have canned ones. If you are good known with the POA community, go and explore canned ones. Even you can go Google it. But they are like already heard, And the best way is, as I said, to go and use your imagination, interpretation, and go ahead. And if it's about the success rate, I would say like random openers, what you observe, are the best. You will see it on your own sets. So, next question. Now, I hope, Ashwagandian, that this helped you. Okay, next one is from Alphaman 007. And he says, what to message a girl after you got her number so I don't fuck it up? Her dick picture, probably. But no. The best thing what you can message her is like if in an initial phase of you approaching her and giving her a tease, and I don't know, tease was or assumption, and it was like she's like astronaut, or I don't know, looking like puppy or squirrel or whatever, that you bring that, after you get her number and I don't know, you went separate ways, that you like call it upon that same tease and assumption, which was playful, and she hooked on that, that you call upon that same tease, in your initial message. What do I mean by that? And it's like, hey, spaceless astronaut, it was nice to meet you today, and you can put your name, or a little bit canned one, it's like also, hey, I don't know, little devil, it was nice to meet you today. Are you always so possessive with your eyes when you're talking with tall, cute, tattooed guys, and then place your name, something that reminds her of yours to initial conversation. And it needs to be flirtatious, funny, enjoyable, not logical, not heavy, not pressing her, that she need to respond. And as I said, but most important thing beside your question is that you realize yourself and actually know that your first message after you approach her, doesn't have any kind of correlation to the point where and how and what was like your actual proximity in approach, in everything with her talking. Were you like a strong? Were you like dedicated in a conversation, outgoing? That you didn't hold yourself up. That it was like not heavy. It was like enjoyable to her. If it's like that, then your message can be whatever, I gave you like a couple of like examples, but the best way, as I said, is to, if your initial phase of approach with her to her and flirting with her and go deep with her, and then manly like escalating, taking her number or taking her on a high date, is like on the right place, your message will be, and it can be whatever. She will know that's you, and she will continue, because at the end of the day, it's all about interests, and did you hit her like check boxes, and she hits yours, it's like you explore, both of you one each other, a little bit, and if it's okay, if it's gonna go, yeah, so as I said, you can go with something what both of you had like in conversation, referring to that on a street while both of you were there, and you can refer on that in a message. As I said, you can go just with your name, and wink face. You can go like with canned ones, it was nice to meet you today. Are you always like this, like that, to the strangers, which is like it's gonna make her qualify, through a tease you placed. Or, as I said, it depends on your how was you in conversation, and are you stood up by your words? In some instances, I like to tell a girl, after we exchange a number or we end up with a date, I'll tell her, after a few hours I will call you, and we'll set up a day and a time when we're gonna meet, and where we're gonna drink something, and I don't know, I'm gonna try to seduce you and things like that. And after a few hours, I will, send her my name, and she see if she responds, and then I will immediately call her. If she answer okay, I will continue with my spiel. If not, I will try, one message, and then after a few, I don't know, days, if she don't respond, 2 days, I will send another one, and like it's like what are we are divorcing, we are gonna get a divorce, or I don't know, I'm getting a house, you're getting a kids, and that's it, and things like that, just to provoke her answer, to see if the set is still on a go, or if it's like just she gave you a number for a bunch of other reasons. Yeah, next question. I mean, James Bond, I hope that this answer answered my answer answered your question. After all, you are James Bond, alpha man. Yeah. The next one is from Yayo Finest. And he said, do you feel awkward when you get rejected, and how can I overcome rejection with healthy mindsets and carry on? Well, it's to act and to be finest, But no, the thing is, of course, you're gonna feel awkward. You're gonna feel like stumble upon your words. You're gonna feel like you have a bad energy. After a few fuck up sets, you will feel that you are not for that, and all kind of things. It's gonna happen in your head that you should give up. It's not for you. Blah 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 blah. No, it's just as I said a long time ago. It's you seeing yourself like a little baby, and you want that train, that mama buy you that shit, or you want that chocolate, or you want this, that, I don't know, whatever. And it's the point where you realize, when you are now grown-up person, okay, I'm not a small kid anymore. I will not be like whining, oh please, why did you buy me that, please? Fuck no. You are a man or grow-up woman, and you will know, you will realize life is life, if I want something, I will get it if I'm up for it, and if I can't get something, fuck it, I will go and search, continue with my life, and that's that, But being awkward, usually we can go like in depth now, and it's more like inner, adjustments of yourself. But I don't want you to spend a lot of time like I was, a lot of years of ruminating, procrastinating, in my head, things will happen to me through life. Usually that things like from our childhood or I don't know, child days, like the main break of us, starting something and wanting something, and at the beginning, like already giving up. What I want for you is like to into yourself after few like rejections. Start to breathe deeply, go sit, I don't know, take a coffee, smoke a cigar, whatever, walk, talk with people, not necessarily directed toward the pickup, just to switch your brain, to normal levels, to like everyday levels in which you are when you are not doing a pickup. Yeah. So what I want to say, you will always feel awkward, and that's not just in a pickup. It's also at the job. When you want to get raise, to have more money, bigger paycheck, or you want to like to. So you're gonna feel awkward, as I said. It's normal. It's a normal thing to do. It's a realization that you are a grow-up person, that you are not a goddamn child anymore, that feeling awkward, it's always going to be there, and it's not something that you can get rid of, It's just you, breaching a barrier or a fence, of something, some invisible shield wall, just to see, will you pass that? Is your will strong enough to go through that, or you will need to, I don't know, practice and I don't know, try a couple of times just to see, can you jump across that or go around it if it doesn't have any kind of face value. And that means like even in pickup or in promotions, at work, with people, with family, awkwardness, it's always gonna be there, and rejection, it's gonna always be there. And health way, as I said, it's like realization that we are not anymore small kids. If it goes. Rejection is like necessary in our life. It's like a open book on a floor on which we stumble upon, and it gives us like a good perception of us on what we should intune ourselves, more, and explore more and try more. Because if there is no like rejection and feeling awkwardness, life would be like boring. not tensed up, no emotion behind the things we want to do, and there's no awkwardness. Everything would be like bland, boring. So as I said, if you're starting out first, you're a beginner, or you go through, I don't know, through the phases of promotion at your work, or you just finished with your work and you're starting to approach, and things like that. Understanding that awkwardness and rejection, it's a healthy way and motivation to just like already there to push you, and to give you, roadblocks and bumps so you can stop on a moment and smell the roses of your success, or maybe unsuccess, or like your failures. Yeah. So, yeah, your finest, that's my answer. And let's go to another one. King Tabby 19 says, how can I have a multiple girls in a rotation, aka personal harem, and how to maintain it? Well, my liege, the thing is, let's presume you have a lot of girls you approached, and you already slept with them, and what's actual like now understanding behind it, and the ways so you can maintain those, let's say 3-4 girls. Or like if you're like me, I have a big appetite, so I don't know. The best way is to, the worst way is to you have a week in front of you and you spend Monday with first one, Tuesday with second one, Wednesday with third one, Thursday with fourth one, and so on and on. At the end of the day, you will, end the week, you will realize like, what the fuck, how can I do this? Is this manageable? And what the fuck can I do? Because like a healthy way of understanding and thinking, you need to know that you have a job, you have your family beside those girls, and for your job, family, friends, and then those girls, which you acquire in your life, your personal harem, you will need to spend like a normal like time and a manageable time that you created for yourself. And how to create it is, the best way is like, if you see a girl for like in 1 week 2-3 times, that like highly says to her that you are open for relationship and that you like spend more time with her, and it's not just a sex. First it's a sex, but later days, it's gonna derail you from that naughty side, horny side, and that polarity, man and wife polarity, where the tension is to more like lovey-dovey shit, like, we're gonna eat the dinner with candles, we're gonna go on that trip like that, this, that. If you see her, as I said, that's what's gonna happen if you see her, one girl, on a regular basis 2 times. 3 times maybe. And what if you have another one and you see the other one, let's say, also 2 times, and that's like 2 girls, spending in 1 week like a lot of hours, and incorporated with your job, with your family, with your friends, you are fucking crushed with your energy, with your will to do a day game, everything else beside that, improving your life. Yeah, the best way is, as I said, what I'm gonna say now is, you decide what's most important for you and with whom you're gonna spend your time. If you're not a person who, as I said, if you are a person who likes relationship, things like that, let it go like this. On my first example, what I gave, 2-3 girls, spend a few days in a week with them, and okay, you are in a relationship, I will not give advices what to do in a relationship, but if you want to have girls in rotation, I would say like it's upon you, to manage your schedule, your week schedule, your monthly schedule, and girls will be appreciated. You see her now, and after intimacy, everything, she will ask you, when we're gonna see each other again. You have a plan in your head. Okay, I don't know, we're gonna see, I'm here, or I'm back, or I will be free, my work, things like that, which you actually like have, with your life. I will be free and have a time day, next month, I don't know, look through a schedule and say like of 29th, or I don't know, of 5th, of December, and things like that. Place them in some kind of order. Don't let your harem put you in the disorder. You know, you are the one who create, you know, loops in a day, in a week, in a month, to like give them an opportunity to hang out with you. So it's all upon you. You know, the best way is for me, like if you have 3 girls, 4 girls, just go one for the 1 week. You see her, bang her, you are good with the sex, everything. Go and focus with your things, with your stuff, what you need to do, you know, to succeed in life in general, in everything in your project. Then other girl for the next week, you know, third one for the third week. And that's it. Of course, there will be a moments where you will need to like postpone your initial, you know, date, or, you know, get off, like cancel your date, you know, maybe from your side, from her side, you know. But if you start to see a girl, like same the girl once, second time, third time, fourth time, fifth time, six times in a week, you know, every day, or even like 2-3 times, it's enough. It signals her that you are like a boyfriend material and you're gonna fuck up your harem. So have a calendar in front of you, pen, paper, or your mobile calendar, you know, and if you are more logical, you know, put them in order, you know. And of course, when time is right, you know, go ahead and, yeah, make things happen. Yeah. And that's the best way how you can maintain it, you know. As I said, you will feel you have your contacts, your girls. Don't let them, you know, with their wishes, with their, you know, like crying, oh, I want to see you, when we're going to see you, oh, I bought this for you, can you get it, and things like that, you know, things. Don't let them drag you and fuck up your harem. The best way, as I said, is to maintain it like one girl at a time, you know, because that's your terms and that's how it should go. I tried the other way and it was like fucking, I'm drowning, I don't have time for myself and I don't want that, you know. So I hope that answered to your question. Next we go to Sammy 2. He says, is there actually a structure you can share so I know where I'm at in the set, because I found myself all over and end up rejected myself. You know, there is a structure, you know, and it's open, where you give, you know, as I said, like a compliment. It's can't compliment or opener, not compliment. And there is like a random opener, what you see in front of her or on her, and then is stacking or drawing assumptions or about her look, about her. It's always about her. Stacks, you know, not stacks, like assumption thesis and things like that. And when she give you a topic, there's a vibe, you know, and you vibe, you give a small stories about society, people, your family, friends, what they see, perceive about that, what she said, you know. And when she hooked, she will ask you a question. If not, go again in a circle with another stack and another vibe. And when she hook, usually she's gonna ask you a question. That's a hook point. And then you will dial things down, start to talk normal, you know, normal logical things, you know, get to know her, let her to know you, you know. And after a couple of minutes, you will throw in that same hooking point a few teasers, like, you know, just to tease her, to spice up that boring conversation. And you will be, at the end, it's close, you will be a man, you're gonna close, you know, you will break up that lovey-dovey shit, you know, boring conversation. And you will say, okay, listen, another time I would like to take you out on a drinks while I'm here, or I found you attractive, let's go on a drinks, you know. Or if you are for, I don't know, instant date, listen, I have like 5 minutes, 10 minutes, let's go and take a coffee. And then later on, you know, if she's not a fast lady, you know, take a number. And that's that. Simple structure. But one thing to notice, structure, you don't, if you are at the beginning, you know, or if you are some days in your head and it's overwhelming, you can always use a structure just to move yourself up from that platonic working space, you know, logic in your head, and to put yourself into vibe, a good vibe. But later on, when you are like experienced, or I don't know, you feel like improvising, you can always go like and read and listen, you know, what and how your set looks like, perceive, and what's actually happening. Because too many times it's gonna happen like she will look at you and you will approach her, and Jesus, you don't need to go through this structure, you know. from the beginning. No, she gave you a look, she gave you indicator, you can hook a little bit. It's a hook phase, you know her, she knows you a little bit, you open her, and you throw a couple of teasers and close, or you take her to initial date. But, girls who are maybe girls, you will go, with a structure, and okay, later on, if you are, in a mood, in a vibe, and you feel flawless, you will see and realize where you are in a set in actual few seconds and continue from that, That's it. Go through this structure and you can explore her. There's a lot of structures. I would recommend Todd Valentine from RSD, or Uncle Tom, rest in peace, or I don't know who can, Nick Krause, I mean, there's a lot of guys, Yad also, POA guys which are like good, and from which one you can actually like gain knowledge and the ways how structure functions. But this is like explainable way, so go ahead and try it. While using a structure, don't create it, like a list of lines, which you're gonna throw. No, it needs to be congruent with a girl and what she says. That like signals her that you are in a moment, that she's not just another like sack bag, who's like hanging around for you to pick up. Okay. Next question is from ZombieTooth 1298, and he says, how I can maintain eye contact with a girl on the street and when to know how much is enough to not get a creep. The best way is when you are walking, you will observe, you will scan, you will deliberately, draw your eye contact and be firm with it, not look around when girl approaches you and look you in the eyes. You will purposely stare like a fucking hawk, like a animal, hungry. And of course, while you are looking in a girl passing by you, you will imagine naughty things. You fuck her, she's sucking your dick, the ways she's sucking your dick, or the ways how she fuck you, or I don't know, her banged over and things like that. You will imagine that person in front of you, how you do things to her and she did things to you. And the best way to realize what's happening, it's like, through that thoughts in your mind and you talking with her, you are like subliminally giving her energy which she can feel, and that's the energy of male-female polarity, and usually 90% of time she will get wet, and that's how they like it. But for you to not get and be creeped, you look like a creeper. I say, like, you are in a tram or in a bus or you are waiting for someone, and there she is, like looking at you, you look at her and wait to the point where she will break an eye contact and look aside. You also look aside. After a few minutes with your peripheral vision, you will see if she's looking at you, not directly you looking and searching her, that she look at you again. You will look at her, with your peripheral vision side of your eye, and if she's looking at you again, you will slowly look at her again, and while you're looking at her, you will, as I said, not break an eye contact first. You will imagine things like you fuck her and things like that. She's giving you a best blow job, or I don't know, you making her scream, I don't know, coming in her ears or things like that. And if she break it again, you break it again, and that's the point. Of course, if you are in a tube, or I don't know, in a tram station or in a tram, you will be socially calibrated, and you will actually go, calibrated, wait the tram to stop. When she go out, you will go out. You will call upon that situation. Oh, listen, we can look on each other like this, like piece of meat, but la da da da, call that situation in a tram, or whatever. Don't be like a goddamn idiot, jumping in front of a girl while she's in a bus, oh, I think you're nice, blah, 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 blah. No, it's just putting a pressure on her, and usually in many instances, the set will go off, Be calibrated, and you will see and know when and how to approach. Don't be goddamn clueless idiot, and make other people miserable, or I don't know what. Also don't stare at her like a maniac, that will signal her that you are just staring, and the worst instance scenarios, she will, I don't know, turn around, or I don't know, whatever, give you a face, or even worse, when she notices that you are looking at her, looking, and there is attention, and she can maintain eye contact, and then the point comes where she needs to get out from a bus, and you just sit there and do nothing. And then after a few months she see you again, you will be a creep for her, It's the right amount of, right dose of maintaining an eye contact, To conclude this question of yours, it's like when what you said, when it's the right time to break it off, or when to know when it's enough. The thing is, like, in a set, you can go, look around, whatever, but while talking, not deliberate things to her, but when you are talking things about her, stack or vibe, or I don't know, thesis, you will look her with a smirk and not break eye contact to the point where she will break it first. It's not like you are in a set and you are staring like a Terminator in her, I'm gonna terminate you, and things like that she can feel that shit. No, you need to be, as I said, in tuned, when it's enough, when it's lacking of an eye contact, stare at her, say something which will involve her and which will tease her to look at you, and that she can feel that sense through your eyes, through your energy, everything, Hope that answered to your question. Next one is from Maxanator. Yeah. And he said, how can I introduce dirty talk on an instant date, and how to do it? Actually, how to get her on an instant date instead taking her number. Well, listen, Max, the thing is, you are on an instant date, and even you are on a date with a girl, from a while, there will be a boring questions, boring explanations, boring qualifyings, and it's for you to as I said in my first podcast, it's on you to break that out from that, and it's listening good, and she will say, as I said, like she saw something I don't know, she was a teenager and she's making a fun of it and how people are stupid and things like that. You will be like, oh yeah, maybe probably give your example, of from your life when you saw something, or what you did, and then you will interrupt her, listen, and I listen. No. If I am, if I saw you stealing, like a teenager, I would take you to my office, and I would give you like option, I will call police, or you will go and suck my, dick, and things like that, and you would beg, for me not to call, after all, I would still punish you, and you would probably come to that store more and more, and things like that, funny, smiling, and then break that off and continue with her thing, with your thing, logical thing. It's how to do it. It's like you have a timeline of conversation, and you will feel when it's a boring conversation and people are yawning, oh, yeah, or maybe they are tired or whatever. You will feel that you need to throw some spice, tease, above all that shit, just to maintain tension, energy, and actually make a conversation interesting, because if you don't have that, your conversation, you will end up like a boring, bland person, maybe gay, and things like that. And as I can see, other question in your question is, you are in a set and you are in initial phase of hooking, as I said before. You talk logical, get to know her, she get to know you, your experience, life things, what's happening right now. And you will look at your fake imaginary watch, or you will look at your mobile, and you will say, listen, I have 10 minutes, 5 minutes, because I'm waiting, not because I'm waiting my friends, I'm waiting my family, I'm waiting my boss, or whatever, I'm waiting my superwoman, and things like that. Let's go on a coffee. And the thing is, when you say that and you introduce that to her, you will turn away slightly with your shoulders, away from her, and start walking, pointing in what direction both of you will go. And in 99%, if she have a time, if she's up for it, she will like hunch her head down, okay, yeah, look her feet and start to walk. She will actually like do it. And you talk, oh, I don't know, there is a I don't know, small bar or coffee shop, we can go take our coffee there. Anyway, blah, 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 and continue with logical things, what you were discussing in a hooking phase. Continue, and things like that. To the point. Yeah, on instant date, it's most important to be calibrated, and to be in tuned to listen if she's like warm for something more than just instant date. And the way how you can recognize that, you will be sitting on a coffee talking, you can go with the stories, probe her a little bit with the stories, demonstrate your value through your life, also she will do the same, her opinions, and you will throw things, assumptions of, Nordic teasers and things which can lead you and her to bounce to a bar, for example, if she all of a sudden have a free time and your friends all of a sudden or family canceled you, to a bar, take a beer, and from that place, same thing, you lead to your place and you have like insta-fuck date. Yeah. More about that we will talk in next sessions, but I hope this answered to your question, Max. Yeah. Next question is from Roses Are Blue. Oh my god, it's already 44 minutes. I will not succeed. I just get carried away with my talking and with my experiential side of me, Roses as Blue says, how to know if she is not interested in me when I approach her? Other words, what are some indicators of this interest that tell me I should better go? The best indicator is like fuck off. And the subtle indicator will be like, yeah, you're giving your spiel, talking, looking at her, or pen stuck by blah, 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 or something random about her. And she will stop on a moment, oh yeah, thank you, and still walk away. That signals you didn't stand in front of her, approach directly in front of her, stop her dead in her tracks. No. Or even better, you will stand in front of her, man to woman, you will look at her, you will sing your thing, and she will look at you, be partially interested, and then start to look away, or maybe taking suddenly your mobile, her cell phone, checking things, obvious signs of nervousness, or maybe she back up a few feet away from you, and things like that. That's a good indicator that she is not comfortable with you, like you, and you should better end your session and go to the next one. Small sudden indicators of her looking nervous, try to calm if you can. If not, if she's looking at her phone or her voice is like shaking, her hands and things like that. No, I managed to take a couple of numbers like that, but they are flaky, nothing. And it just puts you on a bad spot, and fuck up your mood. And no, we need girls who are more outgoing and more receptive to men and to her female polarity, So be in tune what's happening in front of you. Don't be a clueless idiot. Yeah. The next one is from Mike A.B. And he says, is it possible to arrange online private session and when you will visit Budapest for the someday game? Yes, it is, Mike. I have my email here on YouTube and on my other platform, and you can email me from there, since I'm still in arranging all these things and seminars and everything. I'm like a little poor boy only with a can of nothing. Yeah, so my email, current email, which you see here on YouTube and the other platform, you will mail me over there. Usually they mail me over there, I give them my personal information, my number, and I arrange things in my week schedule so we can just go and meet up and do a spiel. That's for now how I operate. Later we're gonna go and actually make me more approachable to you guys, to actually do these sessions and improve your life. Yeah, made me be there for you. But now here it is how it is. Budapest, I don't think so. Now I'm currently like in rotation Slovenia, Zagreb. A couple of months back it was Sarajevo, and I'm still thinking about Belgrade. I have a couple of people there, so but nothing serious. We will see. But I have in plan Budapest. It's okay place. Girls are hot, tall, and there's a lot of people. Okay. Next question is from Andrew Unholy, and he says, how to set up boundaries with a new girl I picked up. Well, Andrew, the thing is, wait a second. The thing is, setting boundaries and setting things in your favor and not letting people walk all over you. It's like more inner thing and thing on which we need to work hard, because it represents us, to society, to people, to women around us, and it could be like this, you meet a girl, and she gave you a number, and you're messaging back and forth, and you have a feeling like she's starting to play silly buggers, and that conversation don't go anywhere, and she answers from time to time, but not ready to hook up with you, in a person. You will stop answering to her. You will, as I said, use your structure, a little bit. If she don't answer, wait a couple of days, and they say we are getting divorced, things like that. Blah blah blah, accusatory, but on a playful way. And when she answers, you try to arrange after a few messages. Not after. You will try to arrange, a meetup, through the conversation. And if she start to evade it or stop answering, just delete that number. Even you met a girl, you are on a date, and she do some obnoxious thing, or I don't know, being rude to you or whatever, something that disrespects you, or she use some kind of words, first, don't be reactive, jumping all of a sudden. Be not reactive, make fun of it, tease her about it, throw that shit of her on her, Oh, really, I'm a pervert. Please tell me, what's with the perverts that really turns you on, and things like that. And if she starts to get rude, or I don't know, everything what you didn't expect, at the end of the day, it's you to end up the date, to end up a day, and just walk away, the best way to set up boundaries is like knowing the phrase Bob, Uncle Bob. Yeah, I heard that from coaches around, even with the one who I know. It's really popular, and it's like boundaries over bullshit, and yeah, if you sense like someone is stepping into your boundaries and pushing, something which is not you, and trying to make you something that you are not, that you act on the way how you don't want to act, how you never act, and things like that. It's like them throwing you a frame, through which you need to jump in order to get some. Yeah, be yourself. We can fuck around, so laugh, and it should be light. But if someone introduces heavy shit about them, about you, about everything else beside both of you, you can be a listening ear and understand, but sooner or later you will say, okay, listen, that's enough. No, I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about your ex-husband. I don't want to talk about your boyfriend. I don't want to talk about your family. It's all about you. If you can take that shit with you, and actually like take care of your things, okay. But if I notice with the same girl that story, it's like repeating, it starts to fucking like making me boring, and making me like nauseous, and it's like I lose my will for fucking and sex, That's me just. But yeah, have a Uncle Bob, yeah, boundaries over bullshit, don't suck someone's bullshit and like actually be okay with that. You know, as I said, if you feel that someone is stepping your boundaries, the things in which you believe, what you are, how you act, react, do, live your life, if they try to change that, you know, and put you on a spot just to see you like qualifying or doing whatever, you know, doing everything what you are not, just to please them, okay, be okay with that. Try to turn the frame around and throw the shit. If they continue with the same shit, I say, give them a big no, say them what's happening, I don't like that. If you don't do that, if you don't stop with that, if you continue like that, I will walk away. You know, and usually what's going to happen, they will test you, majority, they will test you just to see will you walk away, you know, and you will take your things, go, and she will be in disbelief, and a few days later, or maybe hour or two later, she'll be like, oh, I'm sorry, you know, please, I will never do it again, you know, let's continue with our thing, you know, can I come, and things like that. And that's like a good indicator, and you are on a good streak. That's how you set boundaries. I say, know your Uncle Bob, and don't let others walk all over you, you know. And also don't be reactive in the first, so fast. No. Let other people notice that their shit, what they're saying, it's like just a shit, you know, and you can throw a shit on them, and it's okay, you know. And if they start to push it, warn them, okay, listen, this is a boundary, don't you step across it, please. If you do, it will be like this. And as I said, you will be tested. If you do, walk away, you know, and see. If she stops answering you or whatever, fuck that. She's not the right girl for you to enjoy, to experience, to make her happy, screaming, you know, coming. And if she is, you know, she will be appreciated that you stood up for yourself, not just with her, that you are like that with your friends, with your family, with everyone around. So, Andrew, unholy, be holy. I hope that answered to your question. Oh my god, I can see I'm 57 minutes in this podcast. I tried to answer as fast as I could, but fuck it, it's gonna go like this. And yeah, also I will not introduce fucked up questions and questions which are low energy value. I don't wanna spend my time and energy actually like giving shit back to someone. If you are fucked up and if you don't like me or what I do, go somewhere else. I don't push you to watch my shit. Yeah, take care, whoever you are. But yeah, for the rest of you who are actually like into knowing something and want something new in your life and know where you are with people, with your society ways of beliefs and girls and, you know, mainly girls, I'm gonna bring another bag of questions for you, and please take a value from it. You know, hopefully this one I will not speed it up, you know. Last one was nearly 2 hours and something, and I really needed to speed it up on a speed like 1.3, you know, just because editing, it's like, oh my god. Yeah, believe it or not, all this you can do through your mobile phone. Yeah, wherever you are. Take care, people, and yeah, talk and come in your ears next time.